And we're back. Corvette is almost done. I believe this is part 3, 4, I don't know. Let me catch you up to speed real quick. We got some sick spark plug wires. We got the belt on and installed, tensioners gapped right, radiators in, got all the radiator hoses plumbed up. We are short one intake filter. All the wiring is done, engines grounded, starters wired in. The only connection that needs to be made on the Hollley harness before it can fire up is the O2 sensor. And to have that, you need to have an exhaust. So that's what we're doing today, building an exhaust. Now I spared you the headache of watching me punch numbers in the calculator to make these pie cuts, but made one pie cut there, one pie cut 90 over there. I got these headers from ICT Billet, and they came with these little V-bands that go right on the collector, and then 45 back, so you got a flat. So you got a 90 off that, and then head towards back of the car. Probably going to put that O2 sensor right in this straight piece after this 90. And me, being the responsible gentleman that I am, I've actually purchased mufflers for this. We'll have to see what it sounds like. These are some Cherry Bomb Extremes, 3-inchers. You'll have to forgive the hurricane that's going on outside. Also got the drive shaft back. Had that done by American Driveline and Clutch, I think, and it looks pretty good. This is a 1350. I'm using the factory differential for now, so I had to go down to 1310. It's also steel, a little bit stronger than the aluminum one that was in there from the factory, and that's good because this Raging LS truck motor is probably pushing 3,000 or 4,000 horsepower from the factory. So without further ado, I will shut the trap and get back to welding this exhaust together. Alright, so we got our left and right header V-band adapter thingies all pie cut and welded up, looking real pretty. And the next step is to weld in the bung for the O2 sensor. Now I've struggled before to get a nice hole drilled for that bung. So what I've discovered is you put a little grinder mark in it, tap it with a hammer once or twice, and you will be a whole lot better off trying to do that. Moving right along, we got our first piece of 3-inch fabbed up. These pie cuts, not very fun. Alright, so let's weld out these seams, and then we're done with about 25% of the exhaust. There you have it. Driver's side 3-inch section off the collector. All fabbed up, tacked up, ready to be welded. And then it's on to the straight sections underneath the trans tunnel here. Here you can see the passenger side I had mounted in there for reference. So we'll get this other side welded up and mounted in. So with that done, that concludes pretty much all the difficult parts. Both sides of the duals coming back just past the transmission, where they turn into straight pipes. After that, you've got one more angle adjustment to level out with the body of the car. After that, it comes back here and you can see the muffler over there with the 45. Now obviously this isn't at the total ride height. Still got to put the hangers on and pull it up all the way. You can see the driver's side was already installed. Here's a look at the passenger side so you get a better idea. Here's that final angle I was talking about. Level it out with the ride height. Come back, cut the length, and it'll weld to this little 45 piece which goes into our cherry bomb. And those will be tucked right behind the rear tires so that if a rowdy burnout happens to occur, it'll shoot the smoke out sideways, just like all those cool internet videos you see. So this is pretty much all I got left to do here. Fit these two up, get the angle set right on the muffler, weld that up, install it, put a couple clamps on, and that's pretty much it for the exhaust. Alright, so all the pieces are in now. You can see I've got the down there where we welded that bung in for the O2 sensor. That's welded in. And then you can see I've just got standard exhaust clamps on it for now. The reason I had those slip joints in there was basically to give me some freedom in rotation and everything, and so I could fit it up, take it off real easy. The plan eventually is to change those over to V-bands, but for now I'm lazy and I want to hear it run, so that's what we got. All right, looking from the back here, you see we got our two cherry bombs and then our straight sections that we just welded up that run up to the front. Still have yet to make an exhaust hanger. That's next on the list. And then down here, as I've shown you before, then you can see our beautiful fit up here on our downpipes back to the straight sections, and then they run back to the cherry bombs. So, not half bad looking. Got a couple more little things to do before she fires up, but that should be in the next video. So, if you enjoy the build, feel like subscribing. It wouldn't hurt my feelings. And I'll see you in the next one.